Hi witches, welcome back to my channel. Now today, if you guys are paying attention to the date, is Friday the 13th. I know, and along with Friday the 13th comes lots of superstitions, talks of witches and slasher films and all sorts of good creepy stuff that me and my little goth heart loves. But there are some things that I wanted to touch on regarding superstitions that do kind of go hand in hand with witchcraft, and I wanted just to touch on that today. I thought we would have just kind of a fun video. So Friday the 13th is considered an unlucky day in Western superstitions, right? And it occurs on the 13th day of the month when that day falls on a Friday. And this happens at least once a year, so there will always be at least one Friday the 13th, but can happen up to 3 times. And I feel like that was recently. So it is generally accepted and has always been my understanding that the superstition behind Friday the 13th and like that specific date actually comes from the Last Supper, which I think is like a weird association, but it's true, or at least as far as I know. So the idea being that there were 13 guests at the Last Supper, being the 12 disciples, and the 13th guest was in fact Judas Iscariot, who of course betrayed Jesus, who died the following day on Good Friday via his crucifixion. So I feel like we all know that story, but anyways, that's where Friday the 13th comes from. And there's even an actual name, like a phobia name. I always like to look these up. I knew that there was a fear of the number 13, which is triskaidekaphobia. So I had to go back and really repronounce that, so apologies if this is a mess. But it is it is paraskevidekatriophobia. I'm gonna put the spelling down. It's beyond me, but that is the irrational fear of Friday the 13th. And it really wasn't until actually the 19th century, so the Victorians, where Friday the 13th kind of became known as this unlucky day, with that, callback to the Last Supper being the reasoning behind it. In other parts of the world, you might find some other unlucky days, such as Friday the 17th in Italy, and the number 17 is deemed to be unlucky, and this is actually all true. I lived in Italy, I studied there for a couple months, and 17 is legitimately an unlucky number in the same way that 13 would be here. Now, in order to stay protected, because we are talking about protection magic a little bit this month, I wanted just to give you guys some ideas on how you can stay magically safe on Friday the 13th, though I'm sure all of us are not adverse to black cats, being the witches that we are. What I would recommend is carrying protective crystals, maybe wearing black clothing, again, enchanting any sort of protective jewelry that you might want to carry. I wear my pentacle. Wearing the Nazar or Evil Eye, which is kind of like that blue eyeball bead. I love that design, it's so pretty. Or other protective symbols. You might want to light a protective candle. Again, black is associated with protection, so if you can get your hands on a black candle, tell them the goth sent you. And remember, you guys, never, ever, ever say, "I'll be right back. It's no big deal. It's probably just the wind." All right, bye guys. I'll see you